Welcome to today's offering of our daily bread. My family and I have dear friends who own a cottage on the coast in the state of Maine. It is one of our favorite places to be in all the world. And over the years, our family friends have been very generous in allowing us to go and stay there during the summer. One of our favorite activities when there at the cottage is to sit together as a family on the window seat that's just inside the long bay of windows on the front of the house, and to wait and watch for the hummingbirds that come from the field behind the cottage to feed on the feeder that's hung just outside the window. We've spent hours there waiting and watching for those mystical birds to come and entertain us and marvel at them. One day, my middle daughter had a new idea, something she was willing to trust in and to be still long enough to bear fruit. Her idea was to go outside and take the feeder down off the house while the birds were not there, and then to hold it still as a scarecrow for long enough that one of those mystical creatures might come back around and feed on the feeder while she was holding it. The rest of the family gathered inside the window on the window bench and waited and watched as my daughter held that feeder so still, so trusting. Finally, after about 10 minutes, we all heard the telltale sound, the buzzing of those fast beating wings, and one of those amazing mystical birds cleared the corner of the house, hovered in the air for but a moment, and then, assessing that the situation was safe, entered in and began to feed at the feeder. The look on my daughter's face is hard to describe. Let's simply say that she was literally from her core overflowing with hope and joy, and the joy of the Holy Spirit. Paul writes in Romans chapter 15, verse 13, to trust in God so that you may overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. I recall that story about my middle daughter and the hummingbird feeder, not because it's just a beautiful memory or a formula for how to have a great summer day, but because there's something about the formula of what she did that can offer us insight about how to reach out to and receive and be filled with the Holy Spirit in far more trying times than that day on the coast in Maine. The key is in those two terms. The first of them was trust. That we might trust in God even when we have every reason to not trust in God. And the second is to be still. That even when we need the Spirit to galvanize us for action, to be still long enough that our trust might bear fruit. That the Spirit might come and find us, mystical creature that she is, assess the situation in the openness of our hearts, and then enter in, allowing us to overflow with hope and joy. Into that we might add strength and courage and grace to face whatever challenges we may be confronting. If this daily bread has been of use to you, then we are most grateful, and we invite you to share the link with others. As always, God bless and God's peace. Amen.